Hi YouTube, I'm here again today to give you guys a huge flea market haul for August 10th, 2014. Sorry it's been a while since I've done a video. As you all know, I've been on vacation for 2 weeks again. So today I found quite a bit of things. I spent $59, which is a lot considering I usually don't like to spend a lot at markets. However, I did find a lot of really cool stuff. And I'm really excited to show you guys what I've found. I'm going to show you guys the keepsake stuff first, as I normally do, and then I will show you guys the resale items. I hope you guys like what I found. I guess the first thing that I'll show you guys is the first thing that I actually picked up at the sale, or at the market. This is a really cool Skating Vanities of 1950 souvenir program. I just thought it was kind of cool because, you know, you've got a pinup girl there who's got some really nice curves and she's bent forward and she's got a really nice dress and a nice bra on. And if you go through the book, you know, you see all kinds of girls and their curves and it's just phenomenal. And they're very pinup-y too. I don't think this is worth that much, but I only see one online right now and they're asking $37 for it. And it's in better shape than mine because, as you can see, I've got bends and ruffles in the pages. But I like all the girls that are in it. The girls are pretty and they're curvy and they're busty and voluptuous. Just like how we all remember the 50s. Even though I'm not even close to being born in that era. That era was 40 years, 45 years to be exact, ahead of me. So yeah, you see all the women in here and all kinds of the pictures and stuff like that. It's just a really cool looking book, and you can see all kinds of interesting women and stuff. This book was only $1, and as soon as I heard the price of $1, I was like, this is mine. This is going to go up on my wall somewhere, but I honestly don't know where, because as you all know, I've been kind of running out of space to put stuff. But hey, you know what? For $1 I couldn't beat it, and I'm going to put it up in a sheet protector and possibly hang it somewhere. I'll find a spot for it, as you all know I always do. Alright, the next of the paper items that I want to show you guys are a bunch of salesman sample calendar pictures, salesman samples. There were, let's see, here, these are 2 of them. The girl's absolutely beautiful. I believe it's the same person. And the way that I knew they were vintage is if you look, let me see if I can get that in right there. Alright, it's marked 6648. C.A. Shear Litho in USA. And I believe it also says the same thing on this one. Yep, right there. Absolutely beautiful women. These are going to look great up in my bedroom. I'm going to have to find a spot for them. But I think I'll do well with these. They'll look good in my room, sorry. So those are the first 2 of the pinup. And here's the other one. Or the other 2. And this one I think is marked in the same place also. Yep, A. Shear Litho USA. And it's right there again too. These were bought with a bunch of other calendar salesman stuff that I'm going to show you guys later on in the video. I paid $1 for everything, and these pinups are so cool. I can't wait to put them up. So yeah, and there was like 15 things that came in this one bag for $1. I couldn't beat it, and I saw the pinup, and I was like, I want it, and I bought it. So that's for that pinup. That's part of that. And then here's an actual calendar salesman sample for 1953. The woman is absolutely beautiful, and that's why I really like it. And I've heard that calendar salesman samples are actually worth a lot of money because these weren't given out to the public. They were just out to help advertise your company. Say if Sunoco wanted to advertise for the year, they would sell you a calendar, give out calendars with a pinup girl or some kind of scenery. And unfortunately, I'm only at September and October for this one. There's no January. But that's okay, because, you know, I paid way under, I think even way under a quarter for this stuff. But this is another one of the pieces that I'm going to keep and put up in my room, but I'm still trying to figure out where I'm going to put it, because as you all know, my room can get pretty crowded at times. Alright, and that was it for the pinup paper products that I found that I'm keeping. I guess the next thing that I'll show you guys is this. I don't know how old this is or what it's even for. I don't know much about this. I know this is a cup, and it's in the shape of a tooth. The guy that I bought this from had it for a long time, and I never really thought of buying it, but then I thought, what the heck. And I usually get good deals from this guy anyway, so I just figured why not throw it in the box of stuff. I bought this and a bunch of other stuff for $25. I don't know exactly. I think it was maybe 13, 14 items for 25 bucks. That's a couple of dollars a piece, which isn't bad. I really don't know if this is vintage or not, or if this was to go into a dentist's office, or like maybe on top of a desk or something, maybe get like business cards or maybe even toothpicks or something. I'm not 100% sure. If anybody on here can give me an idea of what this is, just let me know in the comments section below, because I'd really like to know what it is. Alright, next really cool item that I bought, although it's not worth much, is just cool anyway. This is a, I believe, 1950s, 1960s General Electric iron. This is just a really, really cool piece. And I know irons aren't really worth all that much, but hey, they just make great motif. Especially if you like the vintage appliances. This was only $1.50, and I couldn't believe that I only paid $1.50 for this, because the other iron that you saw in one of my other videos I bought for $5. So to get this one for $1.50 was just a steal. And I like that it has these instructions on it. I'm sorry about the cord, guys. It shows you that it's made by GE, and that it's just cool. I've never seen an iron that looks quite like this. And what I like about these also is the cloth cord that comes with them, because nothing's made with cloth cord anymore, and that kind of gives it its age. I haven't plugged in the one that I bought a while ago, or this one yet. I want to see if they work, because you never know, this stuff might work real well, considering that the stuff that they make today is crap. But yeah, $1.50. Couldn't beat that. Alright, and then the next item that I bought, which I'm pretty happy about buying, is this really cool vintage, or I assume it's vintage, Pinup Girl bottle opener. She's in really, really nice condition. I'm sorry it's not showing up real well because she's shiny. I don't know if this cloth was put over her chest and her waist, but it came on there, and I thought it was kind of a cool little novelty item. So I decided to pick that up, and that came with a bunch of stuff I bought for $25. I think what I'm going to do to display this is I'm going to put the hook or put a thumbtack or something through the bottle opening portion so I can hang it on the wall. And it's a really, really cool decor piece. I mean, I don't see these out very often. I think the guy had it last time I was there, but I didn't buy it. But now I'm glad that I did, because I got such a good deal on it. So yeah, that's that. Alright, and I think after this last item, that's it for keepsakes, and then I will be showing you all of the resale items that I've purchased. Alright, so the last piece that I bought is this really, really cool vintage Ronald McDonald ragdoll. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it now, but if you can see way, way up there, Ronald is right next to the Smurf doll. I bought him for $3 a few years ago. And I also have, I don't know how well he'll show, but the Oriole bird that's up there is another Ronald McDonald that you squeeze, and he has a whistle with him, but unfortunately when I bought him at an antique store, he didn't have the whistle. So I just bought that one just to have it, because it was cool, and it's from the 70s. So this one's a bit larger than the one that the ragdoll Ronald McDonald that's up there now, but I couldn't beat the price. I only paid $1 for him. And he's really, really clean compared to the other one. I mean, there's a bit of dirt and rough spots on him, but he's about 30, 40 years old, I believe. And there was a small place where someone had a ring so he could hang on the wall, but I took that out. And other than that, he's really, really clean. And I always thought about buying these on eBay, but the shipping was just ridiculous. So decided to wait, and hey, what do you know? I find one at a flea market for $1. Just can't beat that. So yeah, definitely a really cool piece, especially if you like iconic American figures. Alright, now that we've covered all of my keepsake items, let's get to the resale items. Alright, I guess the first thing that I'll show you guys is this really cool box of new old stock glass-baked devil crab baking shells from the 1950s. And from what I can tell, they're mint in the box. I mean, there are small places with paint missing, like say, I don't know how well the camera will show it, but like right there, for example, there's a bit of paint missing. However, they're in the original box, and this was part of the box that I spent $25 on. But new old stock, you just can't go wrong with. And let's see if I can show you guys the bottom. Alright, so sorry about the glare. So let's see how well I can get that in here. So it says USA Glass Bake. These actually are very, very collectible. I think they're probably bought for use and are bought for collectability purposes. I remember probably when I was, we were still living at the condo at the time, that my dad bought 3 boxes of these, not of this box in particular, but of more cube shaped boxes of these for, I think it was $1 a piece, and he ended up selling each of them for, I think, $40-50. I don't know what I'll get for these, considering they're in the original box. However, I think I could probably make a decent amount of money considering they're in the original box. And the fact that they're crab dishes, so you can make crab meats, you can put them in the oven and stuff like that. But yeah, this is just a great item, and at Christmas time I know I'll get some good money for them, especially because they're new old stock. Alright, now let's get on to all of the calendar stuff that I mentioned when I showed you all the pinup girl stuff. So I guess the first thing that I'll show you guys is this full calendar salesman sample piece. It's from 1953, and I'll just show you guys the month by month because there's 2 months on each, so I'll show you 2 of them at a time. So they're all flowers, and I'm not a big fan on the floral stuff, so I am just gonna sell this as is. I bet even a full calendar or salesman calendar will sell. So we got January, February, March, and April. There's May and there's June. I mean, some of the stuff is kind of interesting because it's vintage floral, but still it's flowers. So we have, here's what July and August look like. And then here's what September and October look like. And there's what November and December look like. Again, this whole bag was $1. I couldn't beat it, and there were some things that I think I could probably make some good money on in here. So yeah, this is the first piece from that bag that's for resale. Alright, and this is another calendar salesman sample. It's got a pinup girl in a really nice dress. This one I wasn't too fond of. I'm not a big fan of the dress that she's wearing. The girl really isn't all that pretty to me. So I will be putting this online. This is also another calendar salesman sample piece, as I've said before. I don't know what I'll get for this, considering it looks brand new and it's in really nice condition. I'll just have to see what I can do with these at Christmas. I know this stuff will probably sell at Christmas because everyone's getting ideas as to what to give to other people, so who knows what I'll get for this. I'll wait and see. Alright, and then a lot of this other stuff that came in the in this bag is a lot of pictures. I'll show you guys each of them one by one, or I'll attempt to show you guys them one by one. Some of the stuff was kind of like the religious stuff, like you've got Jesus holding a lamb. I mean, I'm not totally religious, so I'm not sure that I'll keep this. I for sure won't be keeping this because I think it's kind of hideous. And then we have pictures that kind of look like this, which I think are kind of scary. No offense to these children, but they are kind of freaky. And then we got like farm scenes and more religious. There's a lot of pictures, so here's some of the pictures. And then we have more kids' pictures. And I think they're all made for calendar sales. Oh, I didn't realize I had duplicates. So we have more kids, and we have this one right here. Sorry about that. And then we have like the fishing. Got a girl in like a nurse's outfit kind of thing, brushing a dog. And then girls washing a dog. And then what I also found to be very interesting was the embossed pictures. Like, as you can see on the back, it's pressed into the paper, and I thought that was pretty interesting considering it was an embossed piece. So yeah, that's that. And then also I got real calendar salesman's sample pieces like this one. This has got a picture of Jesus on it, and this is from January 1962. I don't know how much I'll get for this, but I'll be putting it in a lot with all the other pictures and stuff at Christmas time, or around Christmas time, and see where I go from there with that. And then I also got these larger pictures right here. There were two of those. This one is embossed as well, as you can see. And then this one is just plain, and they're all made in the USA. They're not really my style, but I know somebody who likes vintage calendar salesman sample pieces will definitely like these. And then we get like things that are like this. Like there's two of them. Like you got a nice farm scene right here. And then you've got these right here, which I think are kind of interesting. But yeah, this is a really cool bag. I'm glad I picked this stuff up. And the last one that I thought was kind of interesting of the non-attached pictures was this one. This is a picture of a African-American child singing choir at a church. I thought this one might do the most, or do very well, just considering it's from the 50s and it's kind of like Black Americana kind of thing, but not serious, not crazy on the Black Americana side. But I'm going to put it in with a lot of other pictures anyway and just see how well everything does. I figure in a lot that it will do well anyway. Alright, and the last picture is a picture of a baby with Lassie. I always mess that dog's name up. I think it's Lassie. Or a dog that looks like Lassie. And that's kind of scary. That's kind of like a scary baby right there. No offense to this kid, but he's kind of a scary child. So yeah, all those pictures will be put up on eBay separately, because I know someone who probably really likes the old calendar salesman sample photos. I'm going to put all those on together. And then I might put these calendars in it with also. Like you got a really nice image of somebody fishing in the Cascade Hole, and it's really nice print. And then we've also, I thought I was done with pictures. We've also got more pictures here of a peaceful chapel and then the gleaming chapel. So this will definitely do well, especially if anybody likes certain pictures or just like to collect the calendar pictures. And then there were a few calendars, which I'll get to later on in the video. I'll just take out what I can. You'll have to excuse me for just 1 second. This one I think is going to do most well out of all the calendars, just because of the subject matter. It's a vintage calendar salesman sample from 1953. And it's got all animals, and you could frame this and put it in like a man cave or something like that. This I think I'm going to put on separately just because of the subject matter. But I think this one is going to be listed separately as opposed to the other stuff that I showed you. It's a really, really cool calendar, but it's not really me, so this will definitely sell at Christmas time. I know it will. Alright, I think that's it from the calendar stuff that I bought for $1. I'll have to see. Well, excluding some of the stuff that I'm going to show you. Put that up here. Alright, so now here are the calendars that I'm going to be putting on separately. We've got this Scott Boat Sales calendar salesman sample from 1963. It was the one that was in most intact of the calendars that look like this. So I believe this one is going to be put on separately with all the others. Excluding all the others because it's in the best of shape. I don't know what I can get for it, but I know I can get something for it. Alright, the next one I think is pretty cool. It's depicting a man and a woman who just went out hunting. Again, this might look really cool over a bar or even in a man cave just because of the subject matter. So this I might list separately, or I might list with one of the other ones. Who knows what I'll do. We'll just see when it happens. Alright, and the last piece is a poultry calendar. And it's for 1950, and it's pretty much in nice condition for the 50s. It looks new old stock as if it had never been used. But it goes all the way back, or it just shows you how to keep your chickens healthy and have handy gadgets for chickens. Really, really cool piece, I think. I've never seen it like this, but I think I'll put this on eBay separately as well because it's just really, really cool. And especially for people who like the vintage farm stuff, this will be perfect for them. Alright, now let's see what else do I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys everything, of course. I think since I just showed you guys this farm stuff, I think I'll just show you guys this. Thought this was really, really cool. This is a vintage Elsie the Cow pamphlet. It's from 1941. It's kind of like a little story thing. I'll let you guys read what it says real quick. Alright, and it is sealed up in plastic, and it's also put in a plastic sleeve. This was, I think, $2.33, which I think is a really, really good deal. It's never been colored, and it just looks really, really cool.
Talking to me?
And for that, I don't know what I'll get for it. I think it might just be a cutout from a magazine, or I don't know. I think it might do well, just considering it's pretty much mint in the wrapping and in the sleeve. Alright, what's next? This was pretty interesting. I've never had these before, but I think they'll sell really well. This isn't a bowl. This is a vintage, I think from maybe the 1930s, 1940s, or 1950s. It is, a glass globe that goes on the light piece up on a ceiling. I bought 3 items for $7, so that's about $2.30 a piece, which is an extremely good deal. I don't know what I can get for these. I've seen these before at this flea market, and I never bought them because I just thought that they wouldn't be worth anything, but considering that these don't have any chips or cracks or have anything wrong with them really, they might sell for probably $15-20 a piece. So I got this one right here. I got the pink one. And then I also have this really light yellow one right here. Let's show you that way first. I damage it anyway. And then we've got this kind of like beigey yellow one also. It's in the same design as the pink one. These I might have a hard time shipping out because they are very, very heavy and they require a lot of wrapping and bubble wrap to help make it safe to the customer. But I think these will do well, especially for people who are repairing older homes. They want the original pieces to help repair the home. They don't want the new stuff that's just junk. We have also bought this lamp here. As you guys have seen in my videos, I've kind of had a bit of an obsession with lamps. This is a vintage 1950s mid-century modern, either a desk lamp or a desk lamp, I assume. It does work. I did test it. So this might do well. I only paid $2.30 for it. So I could probably get maybe 25 bucks. I'll just have to see what eBay does for me at Christmas time. Alright, and the next piece that I'll show you guys, it's lighting, which I'm kind of regretting buying now, is this vintage, probably 60s or 70s, bright yellow ginger jar lamp. Again, it was bought with the iron, so I paid $1.50 for it. I don't know exactly what I'll get for it. I thought my aunt would like it because it's bright yellow and she really likes yellow, but I guess it just didn't work for her, so I'll be selling it, and maybe I'll get 10-12 bucks for it because I'm not going to ask much for it. And there are no chips or cracks or dents or anything in it, so I think I might do okay with this, especially for someone who really likes yellow. Alright, and the next pieces that I bought that I think are really cool is this new old stock surprise package. It has little Davy and Daniel, young Frontier Scout pictures to color, and it's brand new in the box, or package, never opened. It's before 1963 because there are no zip codes on it, so I assume maybe the 40s or 50s. Is there anyone on here that can give me tips for determining age with something that doesn't have a year on it, depending on the price that the toy or item was originally sold for? That would be great. If that would be a great help to me, just so I know in the future. I only paid $1 for it, as you can see right here. And yeah, I think I could probably get maybe 10. I don't know exactly what it's gonna bring, but for the amount I paid, anything is profit. Alright, the next piece that I think I'll show you guys is this. Let me get the lid for it first. This is an Atlas milk glass apple. I think you could put like your toothpicks or your loose change or things like that in here. At first I kind of thought maybe this isn't going to be worth anything, but you know, it was only, as you can see right here, it was only $0.25, so I decided to take a chance on it. Probably get $4 or $5 for it, and I usually like to have a decent shipping price. I like to do the calculated shipping because I feel that my customers won't get ripped off from me. So yeah, this is definitely a really, really cool piece that I'm hoping I can get some good money for. Alright, the next piece, oh, this is part of the calendar set, sorry. This is from 1957. It's marked John Clay and Company of Joplin, Cattle, Hogs, and Sheep. It's got everything in it. There's no rips or tears. This one's also in really nice condition. So I'm going to sell this one separately as well, because I think calendar collectors might really like this. Alright, next piece that I'm going to show you guys is this new old stock Pocket Simon game. It's brand new in the box. It hasn't even been taken out of the cardboard piece yet. And all the instructions and stuff are there, so I think that'll help with the value, especially at Christmas time. Again, this came out of the box with the stuff I paid $25 for, so this will definitely make me some money, considering it's from 1980. It's in the original box, and I assume that everything works. I'm going to have to test it, but I assume everything works. Alright, the next piece that I'm going to show you guys is another one of those dresser caddies. It's really, really cool. I thought it was for sewing or something like that. And then I did find out I was right before. It was a dresser caddy, but it's missing a piece. Excuse me. Right here. So it's another cool piece. This was part of the $25 that I paid for all that stuff. I think I could get some good money for it. Maybe 15, 20 bucks. I've never seen a dresser caddy that looks like this. So I will just see what happens from there. Alright, and the next item that I want to show you is this pack of new old stock Mickey Mouse Club napkins. They're made by the Hallmark Company. And the reason I knew they were old is because if you see right here, it says 65 cents, and it's marked Made in USA. Cool bag of napkins. I only paid $1 for them. I think if I put them on for $3, I'll make some money on them or something. Because anybody who likes Disney will definitely want these, especially because they're new old stock. Alright, and the next piece that I bought is this really cool orange Anchor Hawking Fire King bowl. On the bottom it is marked, let's see if I can get that in here for you. See, Anchor Hawking Fire King ware, made in USA. It's got the trimmed edge, so I assume this is an earlier version of Fire King. This bowl was only 50 cents. I think I could probably get $5, $6 for it. But we'll see what happens at Christmas again. Alright, and the next items that I bought, which I separated because I thought they wouldn't be worth as much, is this bag of wind-up toys, presumably from the 80s, maybe into the 90s. Some of them are marked Disney. I'm not going to take them out of the bags because I'm running out of film, so I'm going to tell you what's in there. We got some Tomy stuff. We've got a robot, which I heard the robot does really well by itself. And a bunch of like holiday. We got Disney. We've got Easter, and we got a dinosaur. I'm going to put all those on together. I paid $1.50 for the for all of these. And I am hoping to maybe get $10, $12 maybe, I don't know. I'm just making a guesstimate of what I might get for this stuff. But $1.50 couldn't beat that, and I know I'll make my money back. Alright, the next piece that I bought, which I'm debating on selling or not, is a vintage power bug, also known as a punch buggy. And it is marked on the bottom here, Made in USA. Nice condition. I think there was supposed to be a sticker on the other side, but I'm not sure. And here it says Power Bug. And the car seems to be in nice shape. I don't see anything really wrong with it. No melt marks or broken pieces. So I think this might do very well on eBay, especially for someone who likes the vintage punch buggies. Alright, and a lot of you saw this in a video that I did in April. You saw all these. These are vintage I don't know how old they are, 1960s maybe? Late 50s, early 60s. Playboy Swizzle Sticks, like if you had an alcoholic beverage, you could just take it and swish it around. I think I paid $1 for all 4 of these. I don't know exactly what I can get for them at the moment, but I think at Christmas time if I sold them, I would get some good money for them. I know people like to collect the vintage Playboy stuff, the magazines, and the products for them as well. So those might do well considering I have a set of 4. Alright, and the last pieces that I bought, which I think are really, really cool, and you will stay up. I'll fix you later, are these vintage, I presume the 1970s.